Hey folks, it's Pastor Rick, your Utah wine pastor, and at long last, I have a wine and food review for you, and it comes from a location that both Bonnie and I really like. We were at PF Chang's, this time in Murray, Utah, and it turns out that yesterday, Sunday, April 19th, was kind of a big day for us both. It turns out that I presided over two normal Sunday worship services at Good Shepherd Lutheran in Sandy. And then I did an hour-long Bible study that ended at just about noon. And after that, Bonnie and I knew that we would be going up to Brigham City, where I was going to preach at my friend Rick Bergsma's ordination service. So it turned out that we had about 2.5 hours of free time in between. So we thought, why not have a very nice, leisurely lunch and enjoy some wine with it? So this time, P.F. Chang's was our choice. And it did not disappoint. You know, sometimes pairing wine with Chinese food, especially in the middle of the day, is kind of tricky. Um, Chinese food has lots of flavor profiles. It can be challenging. And in the middle of the day, you just don't want something too big or heavy as your wine. And so it turns out in a lot of cases, maybe beer is the best choice with Asian food. But this time we decided to go with Whispering Angel Rosé from the Provence region in France. And it turned out to be a really excellent choice. First of all, I guess I don't know how you go to PF Chang's and not order the chicken lettuce wraps as an appetizer. They are so good. And we like it with romaine lettuce. The romaine forms a nice little boat to hold the diced chicken and veggies on. And the crispy rice noodles that are underneath give texture while somehow at the same time soaking up some of that delicious sauce. Both Bonnie and I love it every time we have it. For lunch yesterday, Bonnie had a chicken and broccoli dish that was served really in kind of a unique way. The chicken in the center of the plate was full of garlic and ginger flavors in this really rich sauce. And of course, the bite sized pieces of chicken were tender and savory. The crisp, but not fried crisp, but just cooked perfectly crisp broccoli ringed the plate. And the bright green color with the sauce chicken over crispy rice noodles made this really beautiful presentation. It looked good besides tasting good. I had honey shrimp dish with fried rice that was amazing. The shrimp were very lightly battered, sort of in a tempura style breading, really light, and then stir fried, glazed with this really lovely honey sauce that had a nice tang to it. Even though there was honey, it wasn't overly sweet, and the texture of that tempura style shrimp was very pleasing. It had a nice crunch on your tooth without having too much batter or being weighed down with lots of breading. I'd order it again without thinking twice. And oh, by the way, at PF Chang's, their servings are big enough to share. In addition to the fried rice, that just added a little extra bit of substance to what was already a very tasty dish. Now for the wine. Whispering Angel is perhaps too cute a name for what's otherwise a very noteworthy wine. And just so there's no confusion here, serious French rosé is nothing like that cloyingly sweet white Zinfandels that so many of us started our wine journeys with. Um, Especially rosés from Provence in France. Uh, they're really at the other end of the rosé spectrum from, say, a white Zinfandel. These rosés from France they just tend to be excellent, very dry, and refreshing. They're first rate, especially when they're served chilled, very well chilled on a warm summer day. And I think with the warmer weather approaching, I'd buy Whispering Angel by the case. Uh, I've enjoyed it that much. At lunch yesterday, the wine was just full of fresh, lively berry fruit. It's mostly made of old vine Grenache. I mean, these are serious grapes. And it's obvious that the quality of this wine, the winemaker is taking care in crafting it. Very easy to drink, and maybe a little too easy. On a warm day, you might be tempted to gulp rather than just sip this wine. It's that good. Now, at $23 a bottle at the local wine store, I wouldn't say that this wine is cheap, but it's a good value because of the quality. And incidentally, the wine markup at PF Chang's is very reasonable. I think it was only about $32 per bottle. So if you're ever in a quandary as to serve red or white wine, don't be afraid to take a chance on a nice, dry rosé like Whispering Angel. With that, I'll call it done for today and just say cheers and amen.